Welcome to the Slop Temple. We pray this video helps.
You begin by ensuring your motherboard is in UEFI mode and Legacy or CSM is disabled. This guarantees the firmware will read the EFI partition. Next, back up any data. Reformatting may be required. Then, connect the SSD and use disk management or a disk utility to create a 100 to 500 MB FAT32 EFI system partition. This is where UEFI looks for bootloaders. Once that EFI partition exists, proceed to prepare the OS installer media and note the target drive letter for later steps. Boot the installation media explicitly in UEFI mode. Check the boot menu for the UEFI prefix, because otherwise the installer will create legacy boot files. During installation, choose Custom or Advanced Partitioning, select the SSD as the target, and point the installer to the EFI partition if it asks. This ensures the bootloader files, FUT or vendor folders, are written correctly. Once installed, do not restart into another OS yet. Instead, verify the boot entry exists in UEFI using Uefi Bootable on Linux or bcdedit on Windows. Finally, set the SSD as the primary UEFI boot device in your firmware setup so the system loads its EFI entry first. If the system won't boot, recreate or repair the entry. On Windows, use bcd-bootx /windows/sy/fuefi. On Linux, mount the EFI partition and use Uefi Bootable or a boot repair tool. Make sure the EFI partition has the correct boot and ESP flags and is FAT32. If corrupted, reformat the EFI partition and reinstall the bootloader. That usually resolves the issue.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you.